Hi everyone, welcome to the Society Entertainment Podcast. We're back again, this time for real. It's been a month since the last episode.
I think so.
We're real prompt about this stuff.
Yeah. I'm here with Nova.
Hey.
And Danny.
Hey.
Not a lot of people, but hey, we need short episodes sometimes. Or short people, that is. Alright.
We aren't short.
Yeah, we're all
Not
short.
people. About.
We're short.
No one cares. What am I talking about?
Yeah, we're short enough. We're so short, we're actually bigger than the amount of screen time than Jared Leto and Suicide Squad.
You know, you say that, but Slipknot and Killer Croc combined didn't have enough screen time.
They're side characters. They advertise Joker as the main villain, so...
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
Alright.
But they're part of the squad. They're part of the title team, so...
Well, but there's a lot of other characters they need to focus on. They're not the main
They're the main protagonists. They're supposed to get more time than the main antagonist.
Really, how about those twins in Lord of the Rings? You think they should have got more screen time?
No, I mean, like, they did get... Well, it's such a big team. That's, like, even bigger than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. So, alright. Let's get on to the first news.
I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing. She makes me feel alright. She makes my heart sing.
Let's talk about the new Spider-Man Homecoming movie.
Haha, fun.
And before we get into, the big, controversy with it, we're going to start with, the stuff being said to it. So far, we got Michael Keaton's Vulture, great. And Shockers is confirmed. And he's played by... Hold on a second. And he's played by Boken Woodbine.
I have no idea who that is.
He appeared in shows like Fargo, Riddick. He was in the Total Recall remake. And he's going to play Shocker. Which people are going to be upset. It's like, why isn't he white or whatever? I'm like, because Shocker was a pointless character that no one even cared about. They only care about the guy in the suit. They don't care about the guy inside the mask, so why not?
Mm.
You know what? I love this movie because, like, if it does good, they're gonna be like, oh, thank God Marvel's back. But if it does bad, it's gonna be like, oh, fucking Sony.
Yeah.
It's gonna go either way.
Yeah, no one's gonna blame Marvel. They're gonna blame Sony. Marvel's like, okay, Sony, another bomb. Okay, give us all the rights, all of it. You're not involved anymore.
Or Sony's gonna be like, hey, you were supposed to work on this movie, and you did a bad job with it. Screw you. And just gonna back out of the deal, which would be terrible. I don't know how they do that, and they just take back Spider-Man. Don't exactly know how that'd work, but
Yeah. But also we also have the actor who played the Tinker, which I never seen this guy in anything, so yeah, the Tinker's in it, which I really haven't read anything with the Tinker that much.
he's all over the place. He's kind of just like the villain supplier. He's just like, hey, here, have some costumes, have some gear. He's kind of like that one guy in Daredevil.
Gladiator.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Except for villains, basically.
The only thing I read with Tinker is that we got killed off by the Prowler in the Ultimate Comics. But I feel like they're hiding Oscorp from this movie because it has to be in this story or whatever. Because if you know what the Vulture or whatever is, that he becomes it because Norman Osborn it's stealing the stuff that he's experimented with and claimed it as his own. So
Well, we don't really know that it's confirmed. It's not like Marvel's gone out and said that, so...
Yeah, they might have changed things up.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like Oscorp is going to be more of a secret facility, considering how long that the MCU has been going and we've seen nothing of Oscorp. I think they're just going to be like, hey, this is an underground kind of shady corporation that kind of like, what is it? The kind of like the facility that worked on Superboy in Cadmus. Yeah, Cadmus. So I feel like that's what it's going to be kind of like.
So, Clone Saga?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not going to do it. I'm kind of wishing they would have had Mysterio instead of Vulture, but I don't know.
You're still not over Spider-Man 4 having Mysterio in it.
Yes, I want Spider-Man 4 because Bruce Campbell. He would have been Mysterio, man. That would have been great, even though it would have been joke villain.
You know what? It would have been fun either way. I don't know.
Yeah, true. So let's get on to the controversy. Oh boy. Okay, so this website called The Wrap, just called The Wrap, claims and says it's confirmed then Zendaya will be Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm.
And this became a huge frenzy on the internet.
I feel like if she's a good actress, then it's a good fit. I mean, like, of course everyone wants to see redhead Mary Jane, and I'm gonna reiterate some points I was talking about earlier that wasn't on live. But like, when you have a comic book, you look at the pictures, and it's much different than an actual book because you're actually looking at pictures and you're looking at people like drawn out instead of in books you're just looking at words and you're putting it up in your mind. With comic books, it's so much different, and they give you such a standard to kind of look up to. So when it's on the screen, it's so much different. I feel like that's what a lot of fans are upset about, and making them more upset than usual when just like, oh, a book character gets changed. So I feel like that's mainly the issue here, and I understand why they're upset, but I feel like people just need to get over it.
Well, there's only like 3 ways people are going with this. 1, they're like, oh yeah, I like it, good choice. I'm excited for the choice. 2, it's like, oh, I hate this. Why the cast a black person play Mary Jane? Mary Jane, she's supposed to be a redhead. Or 3, it's fake, guys. It's fake. Which I'm kind of the fake guy. a little bit, just because of the thing that made me think it's fake is because this wasn't confirmed by Marvel. This was confirmed by some person who has nothing to do with the comic industry, and this is made by someone who's owned by BuzzFeed. So, yeah. So why would they claim that this is confirmed, even though they don't have the, like, Kevin Feige or, like, any of the executive director came out saying it's real?
Yeah, I think it's fake, to be honest.
And another big reason is that they're using a photo of Zendaya with red hair. It was like it was an Instagram photo, and people were like, "Oh my god, she changed her hair color." I tracked the photo down, and the photo is just photoshopped to make it look like she had red hair.
You know what? But even with that Photoshop picture, I think I saw it too. I think I know the one you're talking about. She looks really good, and I wouldn't mind that at all.
Well, the thing that my issue is, like, the skin doesn't really match the hair color. It just kind of looks kind of bizarre looking. With, like,
you know what?
I'm not judging because of their color. I'm just judging just because it doesn't feel like make sense for, like, colors don't really match that well.
Well, kids dye their hairs. It's not that abnormal for a high schooler to dye their hair a different color.
Yeah, true, but like but it just doesn't really fit well with like the natural of the character ever. Because like if you read the comics, Mary Jane has natural red hair, and if you notice, like, out of all the carnations of the female characters, they're constantly dyeing the female hairs with different colors. Like Christian Dust isn't a redhead. She's a blonde.
Yeah.
And we got Emma Stone, which she could be Mary Jane because she has natural red hair, but they forced Gwen Stacy and dyed her like.
Yeah, I think with Zendaya, it's just like I feel like they wouldn't introduce Mary Jane in the first movie. I feel like they're going to save her because she's very much kind of character you want to save for later, and as a character who was really saved in the comics and wasn't used immediately, I feel like they're giving her the same treatment because I feel like Mary Jane's just a character you save, especially for endgame character for Peter. Like, Peter isn't supposed to immediately meet the girl of his dreams. It's going to be rough for him for a little bit.
And me, for someone who has, like, knows, like, something about this film, about the script or whatever, is that, like, I can easily tell you that Mary Jane is not the female lead in this movie.
I would honestly be really upset if Peter had a love interest in this movie. Like, this kid is supposed to be, like, super down on his luck. I mean, like, maybe, and it's supposed to be, like, it's a tough life for Peter Parker kind of movie. And it's just, like, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if he had a love interest, but I mean, like, I don't really think that'd be great, and I feel like they should save that for later. And have him grow, and that kind of, like, that growth kind of get him there.
I can see where you're going, but I heard like there's like some people ever who would have like said like they should have done like he doesn't get a romantic interest, but at the end you build up for Gwen Stacy or something. I'm like, no, we already had Gwen for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, Michelle, and I mean, like, the girl who plays Liz Allen is pretty hot, so. And Liz Allen was love interest at one point, so.
Yeah, she was, but she dumped him for Flash or whatever. And
yeah, she's definitely more of a kind of like a best friend kind of figure instead of
I could say this right now. I don't think he's gonna have a love interest with like Michelle. I feel like she's gonna be like just a female friend of Peter.
Yeah.
And once we already seen her on set and like filmmaker or whatever, and she looks nothing like Mary Jane. But if you look at the like comic version of Michelle, she looks 100% like the character.
And I feel like the thing that's differing between the whole Mary Jane thing and then the Flash Thompson thing is that Flash Thompson is known as the bully of Peter Parker, who ends up kind of having a good streak. He goes into the military, he gets his life back together, and he becomes a hero. and I feel like with the guy they've got playing him, like it's not that he can't do that, but it's just like he's supposed to be a bully, and I wouldn't see that kid as someone. If I was in school, I wouldn't be scared of that kid. I mean,
Like, especially since like Tom Holland's taller than him.
yeah, exactly. It's just like this kid isn't intimidating. I mean, like, what is he going to do to Peter that's going to be so breaking to him? And like, also like Flash Thompson is supposed to be a jock. He's supposed to be a big guy, and it's not just like when Zendaya is just her skin color. With Flash Thompson is the actual character and how he looks like and how he is. Like, he's a jock, and this one is more of like a jock wannabe, if anything. And it's just like it's changing his character completely. When with Mary Jane, we don't really know how much of a character she would be changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that where it's kind of like you're changing something you really shouldn't have changed. But like, I think there's one good thing because like they haven't showed anything of Osborn's related to this. I feel like they're hiding it, but they are showing something. But like one of the things I feel like they should like give like a hint to it, but not like full out just like showing it. If you know what I mean.
Maybe have him like swing by a building that says Oscorp or something.
And as so like one of the characters is like Ned. And I feel like he's to be the main friend of Peter now in this story.
I feel like he's gonna be a lot like the Kenneth character from the Ultimate Spider-Man book.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Kenny or Kong.
Oh yeah, like Kenny Kong.
And I don't feel like he's gonna be much like Gonke because Gonke is much different than the kind of Kong character. I feel like he's gonna be like, much more like Kong from Ultimate Spider-Man.
Well, so they already confirmed that he's a merged character. Like, he's gonna be a merged character of Ned, you know, from the Hobgoblin kid.
Yeah.
Gank from Miles' friend from Ultimate Spider-Man.
I really hope he isn't Gank.
He is not Gank.
Well, I mean, like, I know he isn't Gank, but I really hope that he's not being sacrificed to take Gank's place in the future.
Well, for me, I honestly don't think they're going to do Miles Morales in this movie because they already confirmed that, well, not really confirmed yet, but like the new animated Spider-Man movie being in the works is that it's going to be a Miles Morales movie.
But I mean, like, if you look at the casting call, you've got characters like Silk in there. So what's like, well, I'm
like,
not.
Hold on, explain that with Silk or whatever.
But in the casting call, they have someone listed as Cindy, not Cindy Moon, but Cindy Moon is Silk, and it would make sense because the way Silk gets her powers is that she gets bit by the same Spider-Man that Peter gets bit by, but instead of becoming a hero, she ends up going into refuge because she's hunted down by Morlun, and in the whole Spider-Verse event, that's when she gets freed. And
I feel like she's not gonna get bitten by a spider, but they're just gonna reference to her. Like, she's like more like a character.
Yeah, exactly, because he's already Spider-Man, and so unless they do a flashback, it'd be interesting.
Also, I also thought like other couple things, like so we have the Donald Glover's in this movie, and
yeah, I was thinking he could be like Miles Morales related, or he cannot be. I mean, like, but I feel like since he's such a tribute to the character, it would make sense if he was related to Miles Morales.
I think it's Robbie. I think the guy at the Daily Bugle.
Oh yeah, I was thinking what I really want him to be. I want him to be
the Prowler.
No, I want him. Oh, crap, I'm trying to remember. The cousin of the one guy from Daredevil. I'm forgetting his name.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He got killed by Kingpin in season 1.
Spoilers, Danny.
But you were the one who's basically giving away the plot of this movie, so I'm just saying. No, but you still alive?
Yeah, just about.
What are your thoughts?
About Spider-Man? So on that topic? Okay, I don't really know what to think about the Zendaya thing. I think it's fake, but I wouldn't have any problems with her being Mary Jane's. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like something like we have like the famous love interest Lois Lane with like Clark Kent, and it's like changing Lois into like a black person or something. Like it would still work. It's just that like it's just kind of weird that it just feels no reason for it besides diversity. And Mary Jane is one of like Peter's biggest love interests. Like after all, like Peter married her, and then in Elseworld story she got pregnant and they got Spider Girl.
I mean, there's something that you can't deny that this is one of the most diverse casts ever, and this is one of the most diverse casts, and most of the Spider-Man characters are usually just white. So it's very whitewashed in the comics, and I feel like get what they're trying to do here, but it's just going to be jarring to some fans.
If I got a comparison of all this, I'll compare it to like Spectacular Spider-Man, because like if you notice when all the students in like that show, they're all diverse.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, like, Spider-Man lives in Queens, and his school's near Queens.
And New York is one of the most diverse cities.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, what do you expect? Like, I wouldn't expect. Well, it makes it feel like there's only white people in that school. I'm like, no.
And also, to be honest with the whole Zendaya thing, is that like, if she was like going to play Mary Jane, is that like, I would be fine with just the change. It's just that I don't know about the actress herself, because all I've seen her is from that dumb Disney Channel show,
Which is,
Shake It Up.
I don't know. I mean, like, she's a Disney actor, and I feel like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I wouldn't be able to judge her because I haven't seen it, and she could be good.
Like I actually went back and tried to watch some Tom Holland movies before I saw Spider-Man. So
Heart of the Sea with Chris Hemsworth, the first Thor team up with Spider-Man, and wasn't even in the MCU.
yeah, it was good. It's good.
Yeah, I heard he was pretty good.
Yeah, it just like it gets slow by like later on in the movie, but it's good.
So what should we talk about next? Should we talk about Injustice?
So Harley Quinn has been just announced, which we already learned from the T-shirt, but also Deadshot's in there, mostly because the movie is coming out for Suicide Squad. And I feel like they're gonna do something they did with Zod for Injustice, where like, oh, he was in a movie, let's put him in it.
Yeah.
Wait.
They also announced that there's gonna be like double the amount of DLC characters, I think.
Yeah, but we're gonna get like so much stuff.
I know.
They're gonna put the characters in that we might actually have won.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, oh my god, I lost my thought. Oh god. So we're gonna get like so much characters from Injustice, and it's almost curious like what they're gonna do with it, because like we have the new armor system, which I feel like they're gonna use that to replace the alternate costumes.
Yeah.
Because like, I was watching video of it, and like you can literally customize your entire character, like your headwear, your body look, or whatever, and like shoes or whatever. So like, it's like making your own. You can even choose what color it is you can make it look like.
Yeah, I think that's quite good though. Like they're making the game more fun and like more things to do.
Oh, it makes
I'm
sense.
so sorry about that. I'm back, guys.
What happened?
I think my connection died out. I had some guys working at my house, and the connection just randomly died, and so I'm on 3G now.
Okay, we're talking about Injustice, and we're talking about like all the customization with the game.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we're talking about customization. Good with the whole armor system.
Oh, and Injustice, okay. Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, so there's gonna be no alternate costumes. We're just gonna get like full on like skins of like packs of armor you can put on them and customize it fully.
I really hope that doesn't eliminate the whole skin thing, because I really like the skins in Injustice.
Well, I feel like they could do like some reference stuff, like for maybe for if the Joker's announced or whatever, they're like he gets like the hat from Killing Joke and like the.
That'd be good. Like that Hawaii shirt thing, whatever you call them.
Or like if since Ed Boon kept teasing Red Hood or whatever, maybe we can have like the classic Red Hood, like big giant hood thing, or get the Arkham Knight look or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they can go nuts with this like whole game with the customizations if they want. They could probably turn Batman to look like Scorpion or something.
Yeah, the customization is pretty cool. I feel like it's not my favorite, but I'll be fine with it, I guess.
Who you guys think now is going to come out? Because with all the polls over, it's pretty much betting that we're going to see like Starfire, Constantine, Swamp Thing.
Well, you know, I only want really Killer Croc and King Shark to be in it, but I feel like both of them have both been taken out of the possibility realm because they did like the whole Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, Deadshot reveal, and they just killed off King Shark in the comic book recently, just a couple months ago. So I'm just like, oh well, there goes my two favorite characters. And I'm like,
yeah, Killer Croc doesn't like. I don't think they're able to do it because
well, he was in the comic and he was also in
if you notice, like they're introducing two characters at a time, and most of them fit together. Like like Harley Quinn and like. But
the thing is, they're incorporating a lot of background characters from the first game into the game now. Like Really Grodd was originally a background character, Deadshot was a background character, and
some maybe we're gonna see Parasite or something.
Yeah, he was cool. He'd be cool in the game, but.
Yeah, but I want like the Justice League, not Justice League, the Superman anime series version of him. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. I like the costume a lot better. I didn't like he's like a giant creature design. I
still personally just prefer getting skins, but I do like the way they did it with Harley. That was the first time I actually was like, those are different cool looking suits. I actually kind of like this.
Yeah, they're all corsets.
Yeah. But I guess it still looked cool in my opinion. Like the one had the Jester suit kind of going on. The other one was more like her Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad mixed with bombshells. It was really cool.
If you notice with me in the Jester suit, I wanted Harley all covered up, like to make it like a full-on suit.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, don't do that to her.
Like you could try to put sex appeal on it, just like just get the option at least.
Yeah, can you at least like make at least one where she's actually clothed?
Here's on bet the next announcement is going to be. We're going to have The Flash and Captain Cold.
I'm mad that they haven't announced the Flash yet, even though he was the first character even revealed in the reveal trailer. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
what do you mean he isn't in the game? If he isn't in the game, that would be people would be pissed. But
Yeah, but it's pretty much assumed that they're going to build a trailer, because if you notice, they're only doing 2 characters at a time, so they're going to do Flash and Captain Cold, because they both mix very well. And
makes sense. I feel like Starfire is going to be in the game too, because he did a poll and he was like, duly noted, you want Starfire in the game. And I was like, wow.
we're going to also, I find something Red Hood, they're probably going to be a costume where he looks like Robin.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they're going to do...
If they even do Red Hood.
They have to do Dead Red Hood.
Yeah, Red Hood. If they don't have Red Hood in the game, people are going to riot.
I mean, I don't care, because I never liked Red Hood a lot of the
Yeah,
times.
me neither. I've never really liked Red Hood, but at this point, I'm just like, you know what? So many people want him in the game. I just want people to shut up about it already.
Just put him in the game, and he'd be voiced by Scott Liddell.
No.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Scott Lobdell still gets work, especially on that book.
Actually, I read like a Blue Beetle comic and read by Scott Liddell. It's actually good.
Oh, that's cool.
It was part of Convergence, and it was good. So, anyway, I'm thinking of like more characters over this can appear in it. I feel like they're gonna put Plastic Man in the game.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing him.
You know, I've always liked Elongated Man more than Plastic Man, but I'd be fine either way.
I feel like people are like, oh, we got Starfire? Okay, I want Beast Boy, I want Raven.
Oh gosh, when Ed Boon tweeted a picture of like the hyenas, Bud and Lou, literally everybody was like, oh hey look, it's Beast Boy. And I'm like, oh, shut up. And that's obviously Bud and Lou, and it's sad you guys all think you know everything about Harley Quinn and you don't even recognize her pet hyenas. It's like, come on.
Mm.
I wish we could customize the hyenas. Imagine like
That'd be interesting.
you get like little hats on them or something.
That'd be really cute.
Got clown makeup on them.
They all wear corsets too.
Oh no! And he was wearing like a paper Batman mask. Remember?
Oh my god. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, well, that'd be great.
It's weird how they showed so many suits for Harley, but they only showed one for Deadshot.
Wait.
And the same one throughout the whole trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't like the head a lot. I like Deadshot's costume a lot just because it's simple. Because it's like it's a full red suit with like Gatling guns and like a blank white head, and they add like all this.
Yeah, I
stripes.
really hope they do the one from like the Injustice background they had that one time.
Yeah, I hope they do make, because I don't like the red on this mask or whatever.
Yeah.
I prefer it's like all blank, whole head is just.
Yeah, it's weird how he's like red and white.
Also,
that's what I want to see.
Gee, I wonder who's voicing Deadshot, huh? Gee, who's voicing the Deadshot? Is it Troy Baker?
Whoa! Surprise!
No way.
He's so busy working on literally every other DC character.
It's obviously going to be voiced Red Hood as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's the Joker, he's Deadshot, he's Batman, he's Jason Todd, he's... I'm waiting for him to be Superman now.
Oh my gosh. And the funny thing is, he'd probably pull it off too. Because he's such a great voice actor.
I noticed, like, with his work ever, is that, like, most of his voice, he's really inspired by the Batman animated series show. Because that's the show he grew up with. And
he's doing a good job on Batman Telltale.
Because if you notice with, like, the Joker and Two-Face, they sound like Mark Hamill and they actually played Two-Face from Batman the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very closely, so...
Mm-hmm. There's no doubt that Troy Baker is, like, super talented to play Batman and Joker so well. And, I think he's a good voice actor, and I wouldn't mind him doing more work.
I feel like that since we got so many stupid people, we're gonna see like they're gonna everyone's gonna tease the Freeze gun. Everyone's like, hey, look, it's Mr. Freeze.
No. You know, it was funny. I was looking when Gotham revealed Mr. Freeze on Gotham. Literally everybody in the comment section was, "Oh, Captain Cold on Gotham, what?" I was like, wow, you forget Mr. Freeze so fast.
Wait, actually, he actually looks like Captain Cold from the 90s
Exactly,
show.
that's the funny thing. He actually does kind of look like Captain Cold.
Yeah, like from the Flash 90s show, whatever. He looked like with the whole white hair thing. Oh, I wonder if they're gonna get the actor who voices Snart in the Flash show, CW.
That'd be interesting. Probably not. But...
It's obvious they're gonna get the guy from Constantine to voice Constantine.
Oh yeah, Matt Ryan.
He literally loves this character. Like he's even doing the voice for the Justice League Dark Ant-Man movie.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Oh wait, speaking of Dark Knight, no, not Dark Knight. Shit, okay. Justice League Dark Ant-Man movie. It's coming out.
It's gonna be anime movies. It's like this month. It's crazy.
Oh, is it this month?
It's either this month or next month. It's gonna be in fall. I don't think they actually gave a date, but it's gonna be fall.
I think it's September. No, wait, not in September. Yeah, it's September.
Oh, and Adam was nice enough to...
We're not. Next topic, all right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna mention it yet. I know what you're gonna say, and don't mention it yet. All right. Because come on, we don't have enough shark repellent for that, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Making me think of Raptor from Nightwing. Anyway, we can go on.
So, Justice League Dark is confirmed. Not a movie, not Guillermo del Toro, but an actual anime movie where we get Matt Ryan revoicing Constantine. We also get Deadman, Zatanna,
and Batman.
Oh, well, it's Justice League's. It's not Justice League, so they have to have like some reference to it.
I think Superman's in it as well.
It's so annoying that everything has to rely with Batman.
Also, Swamp Thing.
It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Swamp Thing.
Even though they
wonder who's gonna voice him. I know that they probably have like
Swamp Thing doesn't talk. Remember, he has this in their thoughts or whatever.
Well, I mean, like I guess
maybe like he can talk a couple times, but like he has those inner thoughts in his head. Don't talk much. Also, if you notice, like me, I'm actually a huge fan of Swamp Thing.
Yeah, Swamp Thing is pretty great. I was going to read his. I haven't read any comics with Swamp Thing actually, but I'm aware of the character and I respect him.
You're something to blow everyone's minds. Swamp Thing's the first comic I ever read.
Really, that's cool.
Because I remember back in my elementary school or wherever, and I was at the library. They had like a bunch of comic books or graphic novels, and one of them was Swamp Thing. And I read like a Swamp Thing comic.
And I remember when I was younger, I had those little 80s little issues from like Teen Titans and stuff I was flipping through. And you see like little advertisements for like Swamp Thing. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I actually found out that was actually still a prominent character. And it was in DC. I was like, oh, that's cool. But
are they bringing back Swamp Thing?
He's in New 52.
No, for like Rebirth, they're doing like little.
Yeah, he was in Rebirth for Hellblazer.
No, I heard like they're doing like a mini series or whatever with Swamp Thing.
I haven't heard that, but he was in Hellblazer, which was one of the DC Rebirth titles. So.
Also, can we stop getting Harley Quinn to get a bunch of spin-off books?
Please, she's not that interesting. She has her Harley Quinn book. She has Suicide Squad. She has Harley's Little Black Book. She has all of her specials. She has her team up book. It needs to stop.
and the funny thing is, it's all canon.
Yeah. Like, how are they even making this work continuity-wise?
It's weird.
And the answer is they aren't.
And she breaks the fourth wall because Deadpool, I guess.
She does?
Yeah, she broke the fourth wall many times. Like, the first Harley Quinn Zero issue or something, like, Mom said she's just at a grocery store or whatever, like, chilling out, like, some, like, abandoned grocery store. And then Mom said, we see inner thought bubbles of the writers of the comic and draw. We see Jim Palmiotti and, like, Amanda Connors, like, talking. and they have their inner thoughts about it, and they put like a bunch of artists to redo Harley Quinn in their own version. And there's even one by Jim Lee where they made a joke because they reused a panel from an old comic of Jim Lee. So they just reused the whole comic. So they reused the whole panel and just made like, wait a second, you're lazy. You didn't make Jim Lee do a new panel or something. And there was like a lot of jokes about like, there was like, that beaver thing she hangs out with forever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like the beaver was like talking to Harley Quinn and it's just like, comics are weird. All they do is have these writers make women with bigger breasts or whatever or something. And we hear Amanda Connor's like inner thought about says, that's false, man. I draw a different type of size breast or something.
Wow.
Like just so many breaking the fourth wall moments later on too. Like she has that Suicide Squad look. She's like, man, this looks cinematic.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's just why. And don't get started on Deadpool because he has so many solo so many specials. Like
His freaking team is getting a book. The Mercs for Money.
yeah,
They're getting their own books. I'm just like, why? Who's gonna read those? It doesn't even have Deadpool in it.
but it has the Mercs.
Yeah, the Mercs.
And they also create the comic version of the Pool Corp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one of the Pool Corp on Comics Mio actually talked about that comic. That they literally made a comic version of them.
It's great. So anyways, you want to move on to Supergirl?
No, we forgot one thing. The Adam West movie.
Oh, yeah, the Adam West is
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
doing a movie with Julie Newmar and Burt Ward.
And starts out with Batman and Robin and Trap, and they are the food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're literally in a food tray going into an oven. It's just like, how 60s can you get?
Like they're going like full out with this movie. Like they're going
Mhm.
so much tribute. It's like
People are kind of upset that it's a comedy. I'm like,
it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
what are you expecting?
Remember the time Batman and Joker face off and surfing?
Yeah, they go surfing.
Yeah,
I love that episode.
that's great. And they even made a big joke of this. This is my favorite line, the whole thing, just like where Robert goes, "Holy something!" Like, just like who's our foes or whatever. It's just like Joker, Riddler, Penguin, and Catwoman on Earth and in space.
And in space. That was amazing.
We're just like Batman and Robin in space.
And then Robin's just like, oh golly, Batman.
Joker's plan is he's gonna blow up the moon.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to watch it.
I wonder who's gonna re-voice the characters, because the actors.
Yeah, that's a little bit concerning considering they passed on. So.
Let's see. Joker is probably Troy Baker. Riddler is Troy Baker.
I wonder if they're going to do any homages to Batgirl, considering the actress who played her just recently passed away.
Yeah.
They're gonna do some tribute to
Maybe
her.
do like a tribute for her, considering how much of the comics and media for her has been so negative lately.
And she's
Like, oh, Jenna Malone's going to be here in Batman v Superman. Nope. Oh, look, she's going to be in Killing Joke. Oh, she has sex with Batman, and then
she gets
and
shot.
then is used as a tool, and then
No, I can argue that she wasn't, because like the most of the movie is about her.
yeah, but she's really whiny, and she's kind of like,
Yeah.
wow, you look really great in this movie, and like all this stuff is happening after the actress dies. She's like, wow, great respect, you guys.
You just make it sure the Killing Joke movie. Here's a mini review. Just saying like half the movie, the second half is amazing. The first half could have been easily cut out that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not a Killing Joke.
So now do you want to go on to Supergirl?
Yeah, let's go with Supergirl.
They're doing some awesome things on that show. And
Yeah.
I'm super excited for season 2.
Yeah, I can't wait for the CW Superman show.
He's only going to be in the first 2 episodes. But they've announced so many things for this show. They've said like, oh, by the way, the guy in the pod, Mon-El. Oh, by the way, Miss Martian. By the way, musical episode with the Flash.
Directed,
all these huge bombs.
Could have been directed by Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
And we're not joking right there. They're actually trying to get Joss Whedon to direct the episode.
And also, lots of fans want Neil Patrick Harris to be the mastermind, the music meister, and reprise his role from the animated series. So
Supergirl's going nuts, man.
Yeah, it really is, and they got they've got Batwoman's girlfriend coming in town. I'm forgetting her name.
Maggie Smith.
Yeah, Maggie Sawyer.
Maggie Sawyer. That's
yeah.
Smith.
And she's gonna be in the show. And they also got Lex Luthor's. They also said Lex Luthor, who has recently been imprisoned in Metropolis. His sister is going to be coming into town, and she's going to be regular on the show. And also, going to be fighting Metallo as well. It's just sorry, I'm totally trampling over you, but I'm so excited.
I'm only going to complain if they actually have Lex Luthor actually appear in that show. I only want the guy from the animated series playing Lex Luthor. Because he already appeared on The Flash. He's the General.
Eiling?
Yeah, he's the actor playing General Eiling is the voice of Lex Luthor and all the animated stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
He does a lot of DC work.
And the funny thing is, if you go watch Justice League, you know that Lex Luthor tortured and killed Grodd in Justice League, and then Grodd tortured Eiling, and Grodd tortured Eiling.
So it's just kind of like a full circle.
It's amazing. I wish I forgot his name. Clancy Brown.
Yeah, Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown. I want him as Lex Luthor. Get him a bald.
Well, I can't now because he's playing General Eiling.
No. Remember, we did the Jay Garrick thing. Just make him like General Eiling is Lex.
I wouldn't do that. That's just too much, too convoluted. I don't think fans would go for it.
Hey, come on. If people are going to accept an older Poison Ivy on Gotham, I think people will expect that.
Well, nobody watches Gotham, so they don't care.
Oh yeah. Or how they're replacing Vixen for Legends of Tomorrow.
Well, they actually got a good plot for that. They're like, they're going back in time. This is Justice Society time. And this is her ancestor who had the totem before her. So it actually makes sense.
Yeah, true, but come on. Clancy Brown's Lex Luthor. It's perfect.
I don't even think he looks that much like Lex Luthor. I'm going to be honest.
You don't fall by looks, just fall by the voice, man.
That's not going to cut it, though, because it's live action.
And the funny thing about Clancy Brown is he appeared on both Flash and Daredevil.
Oh yeah, he was on Daredevil. He was also a general in that too.
Yeah, gets hand gaunt.
Yeah, Punisher.
And there's that part with him. It gets confusing because they say he's the blacksmith. I'm like, what? They explained that well. I was hoping the blacksmith was Jigsaw.
Anyways, back to the topic. Just a friendly reminder, a recent set photo came out of Supergirl with Linda Carter as the president, so that's fun.
Oh yeah, that's great.
It's yes, Linda Carter making a comeback, and she looks great too.
And, and vice president is Burt Ward.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Adam West is kind of too old. Just make him the mayor or something.
Yeah, Adam West he's really getting up there. He's 87, so.
Yeah, just make him the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Family Guy reference. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Family Guy runs on CW, so it works.
Yeah, Supergirl's got a lot of things going on. Mon-El is great. Miss Martian's great.
Everything's great.
I feel like Mon-El and Miss Martian, they might be. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do a Superboy and Miss Martian relationship from Young Justice and bring that over.
That'd be good.
Because I don't think they're going to do Superboy if they're introducing Mon-El.
I'm sad they don't introduce Power Girl, so.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to do that, but they didn't.
Why is she shocked by Mono? Because I think that if it was Power Girl, she looks like me but older.
Yeah.
Or something like that would be more interesting, but no, just she's
Mon-El's pretty cool though.
She's like me, except her breasts are bigger.
True. Oh my gosh. But Mon-El is one of my favorite characters from Superman's history, and he's probably my favorite member of the Legion of Superheroes, the Legionnaires. And I really, honestly, I'm not sure if they're going to use him as a gateway to that, because they've already teased that.
Oh my god!
They first teased that on the Flash, which was super cool, and then you go into the Fortress of Solitude on Supergirl, and there's the ring, and then you're just like, whoa, that was cool.
Let me just say something. They're never going to do Legion of Superheroes.
I think they're going to tease it with Mon-El, though.
If they're going to do Legion of Superheroes, it's literally like, how deep are you getting now?
It's kind of funny if you really think about it. If that's what they're really doing, then then Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow had the same exact ending. They both got a ship crashes by our main protagonist, and they check it out, and someone from another team that's very iconic.
It'd be more insane. They're like, okay, we're gonna introduce the Source Wall.
So like the Legion of Superheroes at the same time as the Justice Society of America. It's great.
And Legion of Doom.
And Legion of Doom too. Yeah, that's so cool.
Except I'm still kind of confused on one of the choices.
Captain Cold.
Not Captain Cold. What was that guy from Arrow?
What?
What was the guy from Arrow? The guy that...
Damien Dark.
Yeah. Damien Dark is pure, like, I feel like one comic or something.
I think I enjoy him way more on Legends of Tomorrow than on Arrow, because I was just really upset that on a show that should be more street-based, they have a magic character who's centuries old. I'm like, no. Don't do this, please.
Now, if they're doing, if they have this, I'm sorry to cut you off here, but like, if they're doing Superman and like this whole big show, is that like, think of this: if they have Superman, they're going to introduce more Justice League characters.
Yeah, like it's only a countdown until they introduce Batman full on.
Batman is going to be hard. They can't wait till Gotham's canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically,
yeah.
Wait, they could actually do Batman, except it would just be Batman. They're not going to introduce all the villains because the whole thing is taken with villains.
Gotham, oh man, that's one of the things. Gotham, Fox, just shut it down, Fox. We don't like your movies of Marvel, and we don't like your DC shows. Just stop it. Stop it, Fox.
Besides Deadpool.
Just give over Deadpool to Marvel, and keep Ryan Reynolds. I'm sure he'd make a lot of jokes being like, oh, wow, wasn't that first time really weird?
Oh my gosh, I'm on a Netflix show.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is, what is this new universe we are in?
So if they're going to use the Justice League, so they already said Atlantis, so we're probably going to see Aquaman.
Well, I think they teased that, but I don't like the way they did. The way they teased Atlantis was... I'm really upset with how they did Atlantis, honestly. Because they say, oh yeah, Atlantis exists. And then they have King Shark come from Earth too, but they don't make him an Atlantean. I'm like, what?
Well, I think they did it later on, like New 52 or wherever. I think they're like still writing for the King Shark episode before they made New 52.
King Shark, you mean?
Yeah, King Shark, where they made him like full on like, hey, he's Atlantean or something, because they only did that like later on the New 52.
Oh, the origin they gave him in the show was so stupid. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, he's just a guy. He did
He's
experiment.
a scientist named Shay Lambden who turned into a shark. I was so pissed off.
You know what? You know the thing about this? It's better when you don't actually explain their backstory.
Yeah.
If they would have not explained, like, why is there a giant shark running around? I don't know. I guess we would have never.
We honestly don't know. We just need to stop him.
Yeah, you don't need to, like, explain this.
He comes from Earth 2. Earth 2 is weird. That's all you have to say.
Take notes, Gotham. Maybe we don't want to know their backstory. Like the Joker.
Oh, gosh. And now DC's doing that in the comics as well. Being like, well, actually, they aren't really doing that at all. They introduced so many things with Rebirth, and it's just kind of like all up in the air right now. Like Watchmen, we haven't heard anything since Rebirth. The whole thing with Batman and the 3 Jokers. Batman's just kind of ignored it, just being like, you know what, I'm good.
Yeah, the 3 Jokers, but here's the thing, there's only 2, because they're saying, here's my theory is that they killed one of the Jokers, and that was the Killing Joke Joker.
Well, they technically killed Endgame Joker. No, he came back. Never mind.
Yeah, he came back. He almost died again when he tried to do a suicide, but it didn't happen.
it really got me thinking, because a lot of the time when it comes to Joker talking about his origin story, he always goes through like different ones. He's like, if I wanted an origin story, I prefer multiple choice.
You know what's
I
really
always love that line, and
you know what's
now
really
it kind of is really multiple choice because of the multiple Jokers. You got like one could be actually an immortal god, like what they've said, and another one could be like just the guy who's lost his wife and just got pushed, who was a Red Hood, who turns into the Joker and the vat of chemicals from Killing Joke. And then there could be another one kind of like Endgame Joker. I don't know.
It's kind of funny with this, but it's kind of like, oh my gosh, is that like the closest I ever get with the multiple choice Joker was the Dark Knight Joker.
Yeah.
And that is not even accurate at all. But like the closest they ever got was that Joker. It's like, remember, because he kept changing his Scar story. So I feel like the main this. I don't know if I want to say that I think Heath Ledger's Joker is overrated, but I feel that I'll mistreat the actor.
So what are we on to now? What are we going to talk about? We got...
You guys want to end the podcast?
Wasn't there one more topic?
Let's see. What was there?
No, I think we're good.
Shazam, but I don't know.
Shazam is just like, hey, we're still alive. That's about it.
Yeah, we're still alive, man. We haven't even casted our main character, but we casted the villain. Well, thanks for watching the
Society podcast.
We're back for a 4th episode. We're now like the Pantheon, where we entered 3 again. So
yeah, we beat our record.
A new.
Yeah.
Also, this time it's actually recorded. See you guys. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.